Why a Catholic priest, originally from France, from Bourgogne, very well known from the wine, what he is doing in the killing fields of Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia? In 1942, my grandfather was deported in a German camp of Soviet prisoners. He came back alive and refused to speak to anybody of the family. He didn't speak to his wife, neither to his sister, neither to his son. And when I was a child, 6 years old, I wanted absolutely to know the truth, what happened in Ravaruska. Finally, one day he told me, inside our camp, we had nothing to drink, nothing to eat, but outside the camp, it was worse. And me, as a child, I was wondering what could be worse than a camp. One day, I was already a priest. I went back to Ravaruska. I built a small memorial for the camp of my grandfather, and I went to see the mayor. It was in the period a Soviet mayor. And I asked to him, but where are the mass graves of Ravaruska? Because I knew from the archives that they shot minimum 15,000 Jews in Ravaruska. And today it's a small city counting only 8,000 persons. I remember in this period, nobody spoke. The mayor told me, we don't know, it was secret. The Nazi killed the Jews in forests and nobody saw anything. And at this period, I was thinking it was true. I came back 2 times, 3 times, 4 times in Ravaruska with the same questions. Where are the Jews? And suddenly, thanks God, a new mayor has been elected. Much less Soviet than the last one. His name was Yaroslav. He told me, Patrick, I will make you a surprise. He brought me in his car from the center of Ravaruska to a small hamlet called Borove. It was on a road without asphalt, only with geese and dogs barking. At the end of the village, I saw 100 farmers, all people waiting. Just when we went outside of the car, the mayor told me we are going to the mass grave of the last 1,500 Jews of Ravaruska. The day after arrived 3 Germans with a truck and 30 young Jewish men from Ravaruska center. He forced them to dig the grave 8 meters deep. In the afternoon, they said to the Jews, now you are tired, go outside of the grave and take rest on the grass, and they did it. And secretly, one German went down in the grave and put explosive under the ground. After half an hour, he said to the Jews, now you can go on digging, and the 30 Jews exploded. At this moment, an old lady came from the group. She told me, I was 12 years old in my farm, and suddenly they came to ask me to climb in the trees, to pick up the pieces of corpse and to hide them in the grave with branches. And after, trucks and trucks of Jews arrived from Ravaruska. In one afternoon, they shot 1,500 Jews, the last Jews of Ravaruska. It took me a long time to accept, to understand what they were willing to say. I came back to Paris. I met with Cardinal Lustiger, who was originally Jew. He told me, Patrick, I know the story because my family was Polish and they have been shot in Beijing in the same way. I met here in New York with Israel Singer, who was at the period in charge of World Jewish Congress, and he didn't know I was speaking Hebrew. So he said to his right hand, you know what? We are looking for this mass grave since 1944, and this guy that we don't know, he finds them. So I organized a meeting near Paris in a suburb between Cardinal Lustiger and Israel Singer, and we decided to build this association, Yarad Inunum, which means together in Hebrew and in Latin. We are now 9 persons full-time in Paris, working in front of this challenge, to find all the mass graves of the Jews shot in Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia, and I hope soon in Poland. We found back 850 extermination sites. I interviewed myself 887 witnesses present at the execution. Why I succeed to go on? Because I work myself since 10 years, and with Yeshiva and my team of 9 persons since 5 years. Why I succeed to stand? First, I don't see how we can build Europe, America, Australia, Israel, on a modern world on hundreds and hundreds of mass graves of Jews and Gypsies who have been killed like animals and buried like animals. There are deniers, and I think more the witnesses will be held, more the deniers will appear, because it's the ultimate way to cut any legitimacy to the Jewish people and to go on in a modern way in the killing what took place. You know that the deniers are only the followers, in fact, of Himmler and Heydrich. And third, you know, I am Catholic Christian, and I remember that in the Bible, the first killing took place between brothers. Cain killed Abel. And you remember well, Abel, his Bible himself, is not buried. We say that his corpse is swallowed by earth. And you remember the question that God raised, where is your brother? And I think that through my grandfather, through my family, my education, I always listen to this question, where is your Jewish brother from Ukraine, from Russia, from Belarus, from Romania, Moldavia, Estonia, Latvia, Estonia? Is in the fields, under the potatoes, behind the market, in front of the church, anywhere. And you remember the answer of Cain. He said, am I the guardian of my brother? Is it my question? I'm living far. I have so many worries. You remember that God goes on. He said, don't you hear that the blood of Abel is crying from earth until heaven? And I think since I am a child, I hear this cry. And I think we cannot build Europe, we cannot build a modern world, and ask to 1,500,000 Jews killed in Ukraine to keep silence. Thank you.